This dropped within the last 24 hours, and this is not Giancarlo Esposito.
Look at that sculpt.
That's a toy. That's not him.
No. This is a work of art.
Hot Toy unveils the Mandalorian's Moff Gideon figure as the end of year is approaching. And the second season of Disney Plus, or the second season of The Mandalorian, is to wrap up on Disney Plus. Hot Toys has unveiled this new figure in its collection for The Mandalorian. Giancarlo Esposito's menacing galactic empire leader Moff Gideon drops somewhere late spring 2022. My goodness, Josh, you and I, oh my gosh. I mean, the realism in this thing, and I want to pull this up real quick. This is the figure, and it's incredible. The detail they go with this. And I don't know if you know this already, but are you aware of the price point on this bad boy?
$299 or $249.
So right now, $250 right now. It's going to drop somewhere between April and July of 2022. And this figure is ridiculous. Initial impression, again, the realism. If it's a close-up shot, it looks like the human being is breathing in front of me.
It's look, there's, Hot Toys is actually kind of like distributed by Sideshow. And if you go online, you look at Sideshow, you're going to get that there's higher detail in Sideshow's kind of like overall presentation, but Hot Toys has the face sculpts. They nail the face sculpts. And I don't know what that is. And really, I don't care. Like if they're two different companies writing under the same tag or the same website for that matter, I'm fine with it. But this is, I don't even know how to describe what's happening, because there are so many great Hot Toys that are coming out from The Mandalorian, which are all coming out next year. You got to pre-order the heck out of them. This is a new area for me as a collector. I've obviously been a self-proclaimed reformist on Black Series, recently self-proclaimed reformist on Black Series, where my initial goal was to get rid of Black Series in my collection to buy Hot Toys. And I've come to the conclusion that just because of the pacing of a Hot Toy and the satisfaction, and actually quite literally the shift from Black Series to their new packaging has made me more attractive to them. I've just kind of been like, look, the money's already spent. Why not just keep it all? So, but Hot Toys, this figure right here is just insane. Here's the other thing that frustrates me about Hot Toys in a good way. See all these different poses that are flashing on your screen? Yeah. These are all obtainable with a Hot Toy. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I always kind of scoffed when I heard someone talk about like points of articulation.
Yep.
But this is 1/6 scale collectible. Okay. There's over 30 points of articulation, and you have multiple interchangeable gloved hands.
Yep.
You have different ways you can pose the character. You get two different dark saber
right there
blades
on your screen right there. That's the pick. And go ahead. I'll make my point in a sec.
No, I just think it's cool. Like you get one dark saber where it's just the blade, and then you get the one where it's like this one here on your screen where it looks like it's like being swung. Like the detail and the options that you get. Hell, you get the blaster pistol. Like you can have so much fun modifying the way this piece sits on your shelf. You're not playing with it, you're displaying it. So to me, as someone who doesn't collect these, it is super exciting. And like the price point, $250, is way more affordable. Some of these Hot Toys are $500, $600, $700, $800.
That's aftermarket though. The issue is like, look, if you're really if you want to get into a Hot Toy, get into it at the rack rate, which is from Hot Toys, from pre-order. But as soon as these things sell out, and they all do, well, for the most part they do, then they double in value. They'll go 1/3, 2/3, double in value. So, and by the way, the point on the articulation, and here's the thing as a collector that's very difficult for me. I have to put a Hot Toys box away that has all these different hands and even different weapons in the box, because at the time that I displayed it, I decided to display it one way, but they give you so many options. I mean, I have a Hot Toy that has a lever on the back of its head, and I'm not revealing it right now because I actually want to demonstrate it later. And you put the hair on top and you can't ever see the lever. It moves the eyes so that you can make your display figure look the direction you want it to look. And that's just what blows my mind. So my whole point being, if you see all of these different articulation points, it's because they give you all the options. For $250, you're literally getting a masterpiece. This is an upgrade in your collecting field. If you're a new collector and you wanted to start with 1, 2, or 3 Hot Toys, you've already got an automatic upgrade on most collections out there.
Yeah, I'm in love with this figure. And again, from $250, like that's, if you want to have like a piece, like I think that you have some of the Black Series helmets, for example. I know Pete has a lot of them, and that's like that can be anywhere from $80 to $150 a pop. And I don't know if the helmets do a whole lot for me, but as someone who can appreciate a really solid figure, this is really cool, and I'm all about this. And again, this is going to be dropping. This dropped earlier this week. I believe this dropped on Monday, but it's slated for release between April and June. April and June of 2022, retails for $250 and can be pre-ordered online. We'll have that link for you on beyondtheblastdoors.com. We'll also tweet it out after the show and share it on our community tab on YouTube. Josh, anything that we haven't talked about this figure that we need to address because it's gorgeous?
I can just say this, is that the Mandalorian, look, we could say we had the dark times between the prequels and the original trilogy. We had the dim times during the sequels. From a toy perspective, we really did. I just don't think their marketing hit. And I don't think that was anyone's fault. I think they were trying. But right now, the Mandalorian has rekindled the collector sphere when it comes to these amazing items. And not all of them are going to hit. And they're all, that's what I like, is like, if you throw enough stuff at the wall, something will stick. And that's what we're getting right now. So don't feel overwhelmed. If you're not into Hot Toys, it's okay, because there's about 10 other avenues you can go down and be completely satisfied. But I'm just appreciative of the fact that I can get a Moff Gideon, who is absolutely fantastic in the Hot Toy or the Black Series or even the 3 3/4 figures, and complete my collection or start my collection or whatever. This is a great time to be a Star Wars fan. It's a great time to be a Star Wars collector.
I mean, what more do you need to say? Josh Most with Hollow Chronicles joining us here on BTB Live, talking about Hot Toys' new beautiful Moff Gideon figure. $250. It can be yours in April to June of 2022. The pre-order is already available. We'll have that link down in the description below. What do you think of this figure? Will you buy it? Do you know someone who would like to buy it? Why do you like it so much? Tell us down in the comments. We want to know.
Thank you for watching Beyond the Blast Doors. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. Don't forget, give us a thumbs up and leave a comment. Beyond the Blast Doors, a Star Wars conversation.